Dumelang, hello guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, please do me a big favor by clicking that big red subscriber button below. Help me grow my platform. Yeah, it would be awesome to have you back to watch more of my videos. Now today's video is all about names. If you don't know, I just had a baby about 6 weeks ago, so today's video is all about names that I really loved, because the main reasons that my son is not given any of these names is because my husband hated most of them. So at the video, it's all about names that I loved, that I wanted to name my son, but we didn't use. Honestly, now for baby number two, it was really hard coming up with great names that we both loved. Like, it was day 2 or whatever in the hospital, and we still didn't have names. Like, we were literally talking back and forth about names and trying to come up with a name that was beautiful, that sounded beautiful obviously, but that had a lot of meaning behind it. And well, in my culture they say Lina Lebe Kisrom, so it basically means that you take up after your name. So if your name is something horrible, that's the kind of person you're going to be. So we're trying to come up with a name that's meaningful and that will also manifest a destiny for our son, just in case, fingers crossed. So now I have, what did I do with my phone? Okay, there we go. I have the names down on my phone, because I had written a whole proposal. I had a whole proposal. It was a whole document. It had an overview and purpose section, name standards, like for example, one of the standards I wrote was that all the names must be able to stand alone. So they must have great meaning if for the rest of his life, if he decides to just use one of his names, either one of his names, because he has 3 names, they would be able to stand alone and have great presence. And one of the things that I like to say is that the name must always be non-gender specific. I don't like names that are really gender specific, and that's not the person I am. I really wanted my kids to have non-gender specific names. So the names must have character strength, exude independence and excellence. And also, one of my biggest no-nos for me is naming our kids after anybody. So our kids are not named after anyone. They're both first of their names in our families. So anyway, let's get to the names. The first name on the list was Sehomotso. So my husband's name is Homotso. So I was trying to do like a little pun thing, not directly name my kid after him, but the name would have been derived from his name, which would have been great. I think. The other name that Sehomotso means remembrance. Remember, something that reminds you. Okay, someone that reminds you. And Kofa One, also kind of a name that's kind of derived from one of my names. I have 3 names. For people who don't know, I have 3 names, and this one, Hofa One, it means God is the one who gives, and so I wanted to name my kid that. Waone, or one who belongs to God. That's one of the names that I loved. Moemedi means a person who stands for something, stands for you. Let's say they like an ambassador, yeah. And Mezi, Mezi is actually water. It means water. So like eventually wherever water goes through, water can always find a way to get through something. So I felt that was a very strong name with great character, that meant that the baby will be able to pass through every hurdle that he might encounter. Then the other name was going to be Morena, which means Lord. I know some people might feel that that's a bit blasphemous, but for me it's not. for me it would have meant that yeah, our our child has the spirit and the embodiment of Christ. That's why he's here with us and he's a blessing. um the other name was going to be Ezra, which is an English name or Hebrew name, which means helper. uh, and the other name would have been Mira, Mira, because I was hoping the baby was going to be born in May. The baby was born in April, so it's an Irish name which means precious gem. Then the other name is Milagros, which is Spanish, and if I'm not wrong, Milagros means oh no, my Spanish has ran away. I think I'll write the meaning on the screen because my Spanish has run away for me. And the other name is Mediro, as in Madeira Island, the Portuguese island. One of my best friends, Sonia, her family is from Madeira Island, and Madeira is closely sounds like my last name, so it would have been like an homage to my maiden name. So the other name that I liked was Eloy, well, which is French for chosen one. The other one that I liked was Isa, spelled Eisa, which is Arabic for Jesus. In Latin America, it's very common to call your kid Jesus. So for me, it's not a big deal. It's a name. Yes, it's a name that belongs to somebody very special in a specific religion. But normally, when you love people and you love their character, you want to name your kids after them, and you want for them to embody the character and spirit of the person that you're naming after them. That's why Eloy made a great sense to me, because that's the kind of person you would want your kid to be, an embodiment of the love and all the things that Jesus Christ did. Now the other name I liked was Esther. That's French, so even though these like the name Esther it is very gender specific, but I felt like it was a great name, Moedi. So it's a very short name, Moedi. So, and it sounded good, and it's a name that I made up for myself. It's not a name that I've had anybody have. So Mitsorotla, it's like rain, like like not like a thunderstorm, but like a hard rain when it's really raining, but it's not like rain that comes and destroys everything. So yeah, I felt like Mitsorotla was a strong name that showed that you're hot, tough person, not hard, a tough person, but you when you are there, you are able to do things, because rain brings growth, brings happiness. Without water, without rain, what are we? Midupi is also a type of rain, so I was obsessed with having my baby named after some kind of water, and I guess that didn't work out for me. One, which means the one, and it's spelled O-N-E, one. One. So I guess that's a good thing. I guess thinking about it now, that my husband didn't like this name, because for the rest of his life he was probably going to be called one. And the last name is KN, which means the one also. So it was a variance of the one he is type kind of names. And yeah, so That's the baby names that I loved and we didn't get to use. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. In the comment sections below, let me know the names you liked and wanted to name your kids. That's if you're able to share them and you're not still saving them. You know, people are very secretive about baby names because to steal their baby names. You don't want to have 10 Jennifers in a room, and also it's tough to come up with names. You know, a good sounding name, a name that's not too common. You don't want your kid to be Eric B or Eric C because there's too many Erics in the house, or in your neighborhood, not in the house. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, do me a big favor by clicking that like button. And yeah, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. I would like to have you back. Yeah, catch you in the next video. Bye.